So I did say earlier on we'd be talking to someone who is doing something most of us would never have the the gumption to do. Barney Lee, aiming to be the youngest round the UK coastline walker, joins us now. Barney, hello.
Hi there.
So whereabouts are you at the moment?
I'm just outside Rochester. I need to cross over the river, so I'm on the east side.
East side. Are you walking the Saxon Shore Way?
I am indeed.
I know it well. I've got some blisters from that bad boy in the past.
Yeah.
So does that mean... Actually, okay, we'll do the Saxon Shore Way. This interview is all over the shop. We're doing the Saxon Shore Way bit before I've even asked you where you started. But when you're going around Gravesend, because I guess you would have done that, there's a bit where you're doing the Saxon Shore Way and all of a sudden is just like an old school industrial area.
Yes.
And there's roadworks there. How did you navigate that particular issue?
Well, there were some people down there, like, with a fire, and it all kind of looked a bit dodgy, and it was starting to get a bit darker, so I decided to take the road all the way around and then rejoin the path. It worked out.
That fire, it always smells like that, and they also have what look like security dogs, but I've seen no paperwork, so you're right, it is a bit terrifying. I don't live too far away from exactly where you're talking about. That's where I go for a run, and those dogs, they get my scent, and it makes you run quicker.
I've not had any trouble with dogs yet, so that's good.
Oh, well, you wait. Where are you heading after Rochester?
I'm just seeing how far I can make it today. I'm getting picked up, and then I'm staying with someone near Rochester, and then being dropped back there in the morning, hoping to do about 25 miles today.
All right. If you're on the south side of Rochester, you'll definitely have some trouble with dogs. But before we get there, so where did you start? I mean, I'm hearing a flattened A and a rather deep U vowel sound. Whereabouts are you from?
I'm from Derby in the East Midlands, pretty much as far from the coast as you can get.
It is. Well, it's Derbyshire's the county that includes Ashby-de-la-Zouch, isn't it?
Possibly. I'm not quite sure on that one.
Let me educate you about your home county. So I'm originally from the East Midlands as well, so I'm just over the border. I'm a Sutton in Ashfield kind of guy. But that means, I can tell you, Ashby-de-la-Zouch, there used to be a song called Ashby-de-la-Zouch by the Sea, because it's like the geometric mean. It's the furthest place from any coast in the UK in any direction.
Yeah.
So you're from the county that is the furthest place in the UK, and you decided to walk the coast. Is that because you dream of coastline? You enjoy the salty, briny smell?
Well, it's just a big challenge, isn't it? Just the entire distance of it. It's like over 4,500 miles, the distance from like the UK to India, like over that distance. And I wanted to do a big thing, which is kind of a statement to raise awareness for a condition that I'm affected by called HNPP.
So let's do that right now. You're on the radio. It's a good time to raise awareness. Tell us about HNPP.
Well, I got a little spiel on it, so I'll just get that done with.
Yeah.
So HNPP is a degenerative nerve and muscular condition that causes nerve damage, leading to numbness, muscle weakness, and temporary paralysis. And it affects up to 1 in 2,500 people, and there is currently no treatment option and no cure.
So you're raising awareness because you're right to, because I've got to be honest, until I was given the notes about this interview, I'd never heard of it.
There you go. There's another person who knows about it. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully more than just me listening.
Yes.
But you never know. It's a good point. So when did it dawn on you to do this walk then?
So I've had thoughts about doing something a bit bigger, a bit out there for a while, but it was only about 2 months ago that I decided that I was actually going to do it. Through having issues with the condition and work and my hands stopping working and having bouts of paralysis and numbness, because I was doing plumbing and landscape gardening, I found that I couldn't really do that long term because my body was stopping working. So I thought, well, there's currently no cure, no treatment options, so let's go make a difference. Let's go try and change my future, my kids' future, people who suffer from the condition terribly. And just go do this big thing and generate awareness.
Brilliant. Well, I mean, hopefully it's working well for you. So hang on, you're from Derby, or Derby, as I believe you have to say. So how did you start a coastal walk? Where did you join the coast at?
So I've got, my sister lives in Lincoln, so I started on the Lincolnshire coast as I had like a base to go from the day before.
Right, whereabouts on the Lincolnshire coast? In the district of East Lindsey?
From Mablethorpe.
Yes.
Wherever that is. Yes, I started from Mablethorpe on.
Wherever that is, indeed. It's near Skegness. It's near Skeggy. That's what it is.
It's a day's walk north of Skegness, in fact.
So you were in the district of East Lindsey, I believe.
Yes.
So you started at Skeggy. Well, no wonder, because I was trying to work out, one of the hardest parts about this walk must be the motivation to keep going. And you know at some point you get back to Mablethorpe and you can play the two-piece slot machines. That'll keep you going.
Yes, definitely. It's what I think about every morning when I wake up.
Oh, the two-piece, at some point you could win a keyring. Ooh.
Yeah. I started from there on the 10th of August, so today is day 29, I believe.
So you've been through the heat wave, at least one. You've been through one of the heat waves that we've had whilst walking near the coast.
That was, quite an experience, really, because you had to keep shoveling down the water, getting that in you. But when you're just in a place with no shade, the heat does really get to you. So there was one moment where it started to look not so good. But I got past it. It's all good.
And how many more days do you predict that it's going to take?
It's a long time. Like 390 probably minimum more days.
Wow. Because
Yeah.
the other question we're asking on the show is, for a holiday of N days, how many pants do you take? So you're effectively away from home for approximately
Over a
400
year.
days. Yeah. How many is your backpack just stuffed with undies?
No, I think I've got 3 pairs.
Talk me
that's what I've got.
through the system, how you make 3 pairs last for 400 days.
Well, you can wear because I'm walking and I'm away from people and stuff like that. It doesn't matter if I get a tiny bit stinky. But I probably
Then you wonder why the dogs of Gravesend were barking at you. They've got a great sense of smell. Come on.
I've been able to wash them fairly regularly because I've been very kind people. There's people I've never met before as well have put me up and then washed my clothes and made me pack lunches and things like that. So I've been able to stay quite clean and make sure the pants are clean and not rancid, which I hope they never get to that point.
Let's hope they do, and if they do, let's hope it's when you've gone to East Sussex. We don't want that in Kent. Speaking of a Kent-related question, I don't know if you'll be able to answer this one, but if you're walking the coast, what are you going to do when you get round, you're in Iwade, and you're thinking, right, do I go round the perimeter of Sheppey or not? Do you go over the bridge and do the whole lap of Sheppey and then come back to exactly where you'll be? Or do you just wait and go like, oh, the water's in, so I'll just pretend that that's the coast?
No, what I've done is I've stipulated I'm walking the entire coastline of mainland Great Britain. So if it says it's an isle or an island, I don't walk on that bit. Because
So
that'll take me about 4 years if I did all of them.
But what we're taking away from that is that anyone who's listening from the Isle of Sheppey right now, Barney has said that you don't belong to the mainland of England. Please call in and debate that. Interesting. Well, I mean, best of luck to you. Thank you for telling us about it, and we'll repeat it again, seeing as your raison d'etre here is to raise awareness. Tell us again the thing you're raising awareness for.
HNPP, which stands for Hereditary Neuropathy with Liability to Pressure Palsy. Also, if anyone wants to find out what I'm doing and why, there's a few different places they can do that, which I've got a website, which is barneylee.co.uk, Barney spelt BARNEYLEE. And then I've also got a Facebook page called My Long Walk Around Britain, and then an Instagram page called My Long Walk 365.
Brilliant. Best of luck with it, and keep us, because you'll be in Kent for a while, so maybe we'll get to catch up with you at some point.
Meeting the lovely, kind people of Kent, which I already have had the amazing privilege to do already.
Now he's creeping. Now he's saying those people around the industrial part of Gravesend scared him. Now he's being nice about the rest of us.
Oh, no, they've been lovely people that I've met, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep meeting you. Barney, thank you very much. Good luck with the rest of the walk, and we'll speak to you again soon, hopefully. I'll keep paying attention to your website for updates and whatnot. That's Barney Lee, who's walking around the UK coastline, aiming to be the youngest to do it, although by the time he finishes, he'll be several years older by the sounds of things.